Hello, everybody. This is David Zublik with the America Talks radio program with an update to a video I posted just a few days ago on YouTube. I had reported that there were rumors circulating around New York Talk Radio that News Corp, the parent company of the Fox News Channel, was looking to replace Megyn Kelly in her time slot with Judge Jeanine Pirro. The video went viral, and it's been interesting, the reactions that we have gotten. I now have a couple of interesting updates to that and things that you might find interesting. First of all, Megyn Kelly is in contract negotiations with News Corp to renew her contract. It is said that she is demanding $20 million to renew her contract. That's quite a lot. And that Rupert Murdoch is not quite prepared to pay that kind of money, although he claims that News Corp would like to maintain Megyn Kelly as an employee. But Rupert Murdoch also stated that Fox News Channel has a deep bench of talent, and that should the contract negotiations reach an impasse, there could be other people that could replace Megyn Kelly in that time slot or in another time slot should they switch programming slots around. So we don't know what's exactly going to happen, although it is rumored also that Megyn Kelly would like to get this taken care of rather quickly, even though her contract is not up, I believe, until after the first of the year, because she is being actively pursued by other networks. She is shopping herself out to other networks. She is really looking to get out of the Fox News Channel, and I believe that one of the reasons she's demanding such a high salary, $20 million, is that she doesn't want them to renew her contract. She wants an excuse to be able to leave. So we shall see what we shall see. In the meantime, I have posted a petition on change.org in which I am asking people to sign this petition to replace Megyn Kelly with Judge Jeanine Pirro. I believe that Jeanine Pirro would be an excellent host. She does an outstanding job of hosting a weekend show on the Fox News Channel, and I believe she would make an outstanding host to replace Megyn Kelly. So if you would like to sign the petition to have Jeanine Pirro replace Megyn Kelly, go to my Facebook page. I'll also post this on a couple other places, but it'll be on the Facebook page at facebook.com/David Zublik, facebook.com/DavidZublik. I'll post the link to where you can vote on this petition to have Jeanine Pirro replace Megyn Kelly. Now, here's some other things about Megyn Kelly that you might not know. Most of you have probably already seen the photographs that appeared in a spread in GQ magazine a few years back. Very sexy pictures of Megyn Kelly. Now, here is a woman who is railing against Donald Trump because she believes that he is some sort of a misogynist, a chauvinist, and a sexual predator when it comes to women. And yet here is a woman who basically prostituted her body out to a male-oriented magazine for the purpose of attracting attention to herself. These were not lewd photographs by any means. They're glamour shots, but nonetheless, you can bet your bottom dollar that they were designed to attract attention to herself and for her to be, rather provocative. Well, it worked, and these pictures are still floating around the internet. Just do a search on any search engine under images for Megyn Kelly sexy or Megyn Kelly hot, and you will find these pictures. They're there, and they lend credence to the fact that she is a hypocrite when it comes to talking about the fact that Donald Trump is a misogynist and a chauvinist. Okay? Just remember that. Also, a little known story that isn't talked about much is how Megyn Kelly, then Megyn Kendall, actually got her job at the Fox News channel. In 2011, a writer for GotNews.com, the editor over at GotNews.com, won a journalism award from Fox News Corp, where this journalist got to meet some of the muckety-mucks at Fox News. This journalist said he asked to meet Greg Gutfeld. Gutfeld told him that Fox News was kind of like high school, but without the jocks. Gutfeld said there were a lot of babes and a bunch of nerds and geeks, but no jocks. It was, he intimated, kind of awesome. In fact, at least for the men. Now, this journalist at the time thought this was vaguely creepy and stopped watching Red Eye soon after, though this journalist confesses that it was because they never really owned a TV. These journalists said, I wish Gutfeld well, but I think that his show and stick was more interesting when it was more edgy. The 40-something frat boy is starting to run dry, and this particular journalist was running a little bit tired of the 70-year-olds listening to 40-year-olds about what 20-year-olds are interested in. Here's where the story gets interesting from GotNews.com. GotNews.com. In 2012, an advisor to Roger Ailes told this journalist that Megyn Kelly and Brit Hume were having an affair. Megyn Kelly and Brit Hume were having an affair. In 2014, a crisis PR official based in New York and hired by News Corp told this journalist the same thing. The advisor said that Roger Ailes told Kelly that she had to cancel the affair with Hume, and that if she did, she'd be the new face of Fox and step in for Bill O'Reilly. This journalist then dismissed the rumors at the time, but the Daily Kos wrote about the rumors surrounding Kelly and Hume in 2007. Here's what the Daily Kos wrote back in 2007. I don't know what is more disturbing about the story, the thought of Brit Hume actually having sex, or that he may be getting one of the hot blondes half his age at Fox News. The alleged object of his affection is one Megyn Kendall, who's been a correspondent at Fox since 2004. Of the half-dozen sources who relayed the allegation to Radar Online, none could claim first-hand knowledge, and several Fox insiders said they believed it to be false. Still, the whispers have grown so loud that Hume and Kendall have been forced to deny them repeatedly to curious colleagues. One Fox source said Hume seemed genuinely amused and somewhat flattered to be linked by gossip to the attractive and much younger Kendall. Kendall was her married name before she got divorced from her first husband and changed her name back to her maiden name of Megyn Kelly. A Fox spokesperson also flatly denied it and suggested it was being shopped around by enemies of the network. Megyn Kendall recently divorced her husband. Remember, this story was written by the Daily Kos back in 2007. Megyn Kendall just recently divorced her husband and has changed back to her maiden name, Megyn Kelly, on air. As for Hume, he and his wife, Kim Hume, worked together at FNC. She was Fox's DC's bureau chief, but not any longer. Marital problems between the two may have been responsible for her leaving her position with the network a few months ago, according to the New York Daily News. The buzz out of Washington is that she and the anchorman had been tattletaling on each other to the chairman and CEO of Fox television stations. They'd been calling Roger Ailes in New York separately. They'd complained to him about each other. A Fox spokeswoman denied that either Hume Hume has bothered Ailes. Nothing could be further from the truth, she said, but another source told us that the couple who together weathered the suicide of Britt Hume's son Sandy in 1998 often argued in front of staffers. Britt's not the easiest guy to get along with, said the source. You disagree with him, and it's an argument. It's his way or the highway. Kim is a tough cookie, but he speaks down to her in front of other people. Then there's former Fox News publicist Paul Schur. Last month, Schur, who worked with both Hume and Kendall in Fox's Washington bureau until he left the network in August, anonymously edited the gossip into Kendall's Wikipedia entry, inserting the claim that there are many rumors that Kendall has a very special relationship with managing editor Britt Hume, the reason for her plum assignments at Fox News. Radar was alerted to the Wikipedia entry by an anonymous email sent in late December. Wikipedia keeps track of the IP address of each user who changes an entry. When Radar became suspicious that Schur was behind the change to Kendall's entry, a reporter sent him an email with a link to a website maintained by a Radar staffer. When Schur visited the site, his computer's IP address was logged by the site's tracking software, and it matched the IP address of the Wikipedia user that inserted the rumor in Kendall's entry. Okay? So, when in a July interview with Fishbowl DC, she was asked to name her favorite working journalist, Megyn Kelly said Britt Hume. The man truly knows everything about everything. Later in the same Q&A, Kendall was asked which of the 7 deadly sins she most resembled. She answered, lust. Okay? So, later, after all this broke, Megyn Kelly did step in for O'Reilly and has risen through the ranks just as the source, ForgotNews.com, had predicted. Kelly, in an interview with Howard Stern, said she really didn't get the job, but that Ailes stepped in on her behalf. She also discussed her breasts and penises because, of course, she did. Women have to be sexualized in our age, and everyone is in on it. She even posed for GQ in 2010 in photos that, while clothed, don't leave a lot to the imagination. This may or may not be safe for work, depending upon what your work is. And again, the editor of GotNews.com goes on to say, if any of this is actually true, Megyn Kelly never quite denied it, only that it was a big joke around the office. Isn't adultery funny? Megyn Kelly rose very quickly at Fox News. She wasn't like Candy Crowley at CNN, who worked her way up despite her looks. So, the latest is that I have put a petition on change.org to have Megyn Kelly replaced by Jeanine Pirro, because Megyn Kelly is a hypocrite. She's gone after Donald Trump, been completely unfair and unbalanced, and she deserves to be replaced and not receive a $20 million contract. This is David Zublik with the America Talks radio program. We'll keep you posted on further developments. Take care.